Hi, this is Last Day's Messenger. I'm here to deliver another message for you. It's Friday, April the 8th, 2022, and it has to do with America being weighed and found wanting according to Daniel chapter 5. It is the handwriting on the wall message. So let me just get my notes here in the Bible. I am just reading from the King James. It's chapter 5, which is all about Belshazzar, the king. He was making a feast to lots of his lords and tasting wine and whatnot. And he had taken out of the temple, which was in Jerusalem, all the silver and golden vessels. Okay, so this is one of the reasons he gets puffed up. He drinks out of the golden vessels. Um, They were drinking, praising the gods of gold and silver, brass, iron, wood, and stone. In the same hour, this is the message, in the same hour came forth fingers of a man's hand and wrote over against the candlestick upon the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. So I think a lot of us can remember this. It's been in movies. It's been televised, and Daniel has gotten a lot of notoriety over the centuries, I guess. So it troubled the king, and his countenance changed, and he wanted to hear what was the message. What did the message mean? And so Daniel was called. Uh, Daniel was called because he was the only one that could interpret the message, and they called him out to do that. Um, but the reason why was because um, it says in verse 22, "And thou his son, O Belshazzar, hast not humbled thine heart, though thou knew all this, but hast lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, thy wives, concubines, and have drunk wine in them. And thou hast praised the gods of silver, the god of brass, iron, wood, stone, which see not, nor hear, nor know, and the God in whose hand thy breath is, and whose are all thy ways, hast thou not glorified." And then the message goes on. It's Mene, Mene, Tekel, Upharsin. And so Daniel interprets it. He gets the interpretation, and he says, God has numbered your kingdom and finished it. Tekel, you are weighed in the balances and are found wanting. Paris, your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Then they commanded Belshazzar. They clothed Daniel with scarlet and put a chain of gold around his neck. They rewarded him and whatnot. And that same night, Belshazzar, the king of the Chaldeans, was slain, and Darius, however you say it, the Median, took the kingdom, being about 62 years old. 62 years old. So, one of the things that's happening right now is with so much going on and a lot of other messengers out there reporting on things that are happening all throughout the world. I mean, earthquakes, and God is shaking up. God is shaking the world, trying to get a hold of people and let them know that He's the Lord of the universe. He's the King of the universe, and they've got to repent. And so this is the message we're seeing it because of what's happening. I mean, they were talking about in the summit that was probably like a week or two, or maybe a week ago. They were talking in the world governmental summit there. All the heads were, all the government officials and the heads were talking. They were talking about digital currency, so that could change. They were talking about the New World Order at that summit. They were saying that we were on the brink of a dramatic change. So the handwriting on the wall that's regarding America is that something is going to end, and there's going to be another beginning. So something will end and something is going to start, and we have to make adjustments. But that's the warning message. Okay. Isaiah 5 has been happening for so long, when evil is good, when evil is thought to be good, and good is evil. And then another thing I wanted to bring to your attention is a lot of us who are evangelizing, and a lot of people just don't want to have any part of it. They just don't want to take what you're saying. I know it's happened to me quite a few times. They just tell me to stop. And that's what we need to do. We can't press it. Don't press on. So if you're evangelizing, trying to get the word out there, and you're getting resistance, stop immediately. Think of Matthew 7, verse 6. Do not give what is holy to dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you in pieces. They're resisting you. They're so against doing it. So if you bring it up, and you're doing it, you're evangelizing, and you're speaking about the Lord, and come to the Lord Christ. Get in the ark now. And they don't want to hear it. Stop. Just don't go on. So that is basically the message, that the handwriting is on the wall, and that a change is coming about. We don't know what that change is, but they were talking about it at the World Government Summit, which was just about a week or so ago. So that's the message, basically. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember, it's the powers that be, all the elite, that are looking for all these changes. And what do they want? They want more power, more control. So they've been warned. So America is warned, and God is warning with all his messengers. So have a good day, everybody, and God bless.